Welcome to Are We Old? The show featuring two comedians getting nostalgic and tackling life's toughest question, Are we old? Here's your hosts, Mike Finoia and Charles McBee.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Are We Old? I'm your boy, Charles McBee.
And I'm your other boy, Mike Finoia. How are you, Charles?
Good, man. The better question is, how are you? Somebody's a big boy who just had a birthday.
Hey, I did. Thank you,
man.
pal.
Happy birthday, bro. I know I told you already, but happy birthday, man.
Thank you so much, man. It's the fall birthday. What a gorgeous day it was this year, too. It was nice and, dude, the sun was shining, the foliage. Just one of those beautiful days where it was like late summer warm, but still like beautiful orange leaves, red leaves, just little breeze.
It's nice. A fall birthday, but you're at the age where you're also afraid to fall. Like
absolutely. Dude, I walk like I'm on an icy driveway all year round. I'm holding on to cars as I'm passing. So
are you going to tell the people how old you are?
81.
There we go.
I'm 81 years young, guys. I was born.
Listen, for 81, you look like shit. I'm going to tell you.
I'm 45, dude.
45, man.
The big 4-5. I don't know.
That's a milestone one, right?
It just makes 50 feel like, oh shit. And it makes 30 further than 50. And that's kind of like, yikes, dude. What the hell? But I will say this. This year has been phenomenal. I've had a great year. Went to Europe, started the podcast. Stand-up's been great. Health, knock on wood, everything's good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The wife's good, the kid, the dog. I don't have a kid. The dog. I'm just saying, I might have one. If you're out there, areweoldpodcast@gmail.com. Send proof. No, dude, and thanks to everybody who sent nice messages. That was really sweet. Facebook is weird. Once a year, Facebook's nice to you.
Right.
Once a year, you go on and you go like, ugh, you wake up and you go, all day long, is this going to be happening? And then halfway through the day, you're like, how come they haven't said happy birthday? Oh, there it is. There it is. Found it.
There it is. All right, good. All right,
but
cool.
Man, yeah, that's Instagram needs to figure out birthdays.
I think that's the move. Instagram needs to figure out birthdays, because for Facebook, that has become literally like its only service. And I remember I saw Ashley Morris the other day, and because I'm not really on Facebook anymore, so we walked in a New York Comedy Club and they were celebrating her birthday, and I was like, oh shit, like I wasn't on Facebook.
Happy birthday!
What are we, friends? What do you think I would know your birthday?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, what is this? The 90s? Yeah, it's crazy.
It's so funny too when like you stop following someone or you whatever, like unfollow or take a break from them or whatever, and then you see them and they tell you news about their life that apparently they've been posting, 7 pictures a day of their new baby. And I go, how you been? And they're like, oh, we have a 6-month-old. And I'm like, get out of here. And they're like, oh, I've been posting them on Facebook. And I'm like, oh, I stopped following you months ago, dude.
Yeah, I would know. I have no clue.
Yeah, believe it or not, my whole life isn't your baby on Facebook. So,
yeah. But just to be clear, it wasn't that I unfollowed Ashley. I unfollowed Facebook altogether.
By default, you unfollowed all of us.
She knows that I love her dearly. But
no, she's amazing. Yeah, big shout out to Ashley. She's great. But no, dude, it was a listen, I had an old guy birthday, and I want to bring you through it. And I think it was I had an age appropriate birthday, and I'm fine with it. And I don't want any less or more. I don't need anything. I don't want stuff and wearing hats and ugh. Here's what it was.
All right.
My wife took the day off from work, which was so sweet of her. We never get to spend time together. We had a gorgeous day. So we went to breakfast. We went and had a nice breakfast. We got
There we
eggs and we got rye toast and we got well done bacon. And for dessert, breakfast dessert, we split some French toast, but we sat outside at a nice outside breakfast place and the leaves were, popping, and it was a beautiful day. Gorgeous way to start my day. Breakfast is my favorite food. I would eat breakfast for dinner every day if I had to. We then voted early. We went and voted early. And we had our I voted stickers, and it was us and a bunch of people in walkers and wheelchairs. So
All right.
I'm like, hurry it up, Grandma. I'm going to have my 47th birthday by the time I vote.
Come on, Grandma. You're not even going to be here to see what you voted for.
Tell me who you want me to vote for. I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
No, and we just did that quick because I'm out of the country on whatever election day, but I thought, what the hell, let's do it. And then, Charles, we went to Costco. We took a trip to Costco and we perused the aisles and we hit some samples, and they had Christmas trees next to the Halloween candy. They had costumes next to the nativities. It's just every day it's just holiday extravaganza there.
Yep. Commerce. Up the wazoo.
And we were having such a fun time because she's going, all right, do you really want Metamucil gummies for your birthday? And I'm like, please, can I have these for my birthday? And she's like, but you already got nasal spray. And I'm like, because it's my birthday. So I got both, and I got Scrub Daddy sponges. I was very excited about that. Very excited about my birthday shopping at Costco.
Nice.
Then we came home and we did a little yard work.
Chicka wow wow.
That's what I call yard work, baby. I prune the hedges.
Hey.
No, we went out in the yard. Gorgeous day. We took the doggy for a nice long walk. We got, the rakes out, played some music, did some yard work. I wanted an acai bowl for dinner, so we went and got a nice acai bowl. And
people in the Midwest are going, what the fuck are you talking about?
Acai bowl is an ice cream sundae for lactose intolerant losers like me, who instead of ice cream, it's like a whipped fruit.
Like, what language are you speaking right now?
It's a very delicious treat.
Yeah,
and it's easy on my tum-tum. Okay, on my old tummers. So we did that. We took a nice little walk around the town green, and we came home and cuddled up under a blankie, watched a little television, and felt I was asleep by 9.
Sounds like a proper day.
45-year-old birthday party with my wife. It was the perfect day. Yeah. I couldn't ask for anything more. And I'll tell you something, Charles McBee. I don't know your middle name, or I'd say it.
Hamilton, like the
Hamilton.
Play.
Charles Hamilton McBee, for real?
That's right. So
when Hamilton came out, you were like, no shit?
When Hamilton came out, I didn't give a shit. Wasn't. If it had come out when I was in like 3rd grade, I'd be like, "Oh, there's a play about me." But I was a grown man, so I didn't.
Whatever.
I didn't care.
And you're not into acting, like theater acting or stage acting, so it's not like you're gonna go out for it.
Right.
Here's my thought, Charles Hamilton McBee.
Yeah.
I don't think you should have birthday parties over a certain age. Okay.
Oh, all right. We're getting into something here.
Yeah, because we were seeing other people have a birthday other than me on this day, and we saw people out celebrating their birthday, and we do comedy, and we see people that are wearing sashes and wearing crowns, and it's my birthday, and you go to Mexican restaurants and they break out the sombrero that everybody's put on, so the thing's probably got lice in it.
Right.
And you got to make a big thing. Hey, come celebrate my birthday. It's my birthday. My birthday. No. Okay. The last birthday party you throw for yourself is 30. Okay. From that point on, you leave it up to your loved ones, and it should only be on the 10s. Okay. The 40th, fine. 50th, sure. You're half dead, probably 3/4 dead. I get it. But from that point on, dude, birthday parties, especially if you don't have kids, okay? Your next party is your funeral. So enough's enough with this. Mail me an Amazon gift card, text me, don't call. Big shout out to all my friends for not calling yesterday and just texting. Thank you. I don't need to talk. I talked to my grandmother, and I think that's it.
Now, that's a hot take you just made right there. That is a hot take. Now,
smoking hot.
To be clear, you're saying that you shouldn't throw yourself a birthday party after 30, but other people can throw you a birthday party.
Correct.
So 22, if your friends want to throw you a 30-second birthday party, that's allowed.
Yes, but tell me about it. Don't actually surprise me, because I'll say no. You know what I mean? Like I don't want that. I've never. One time drunk. Oh God, I'm so embarrassed about this. Why has this podcast turned into a confessional? For Christ's sake, Charles.
Yeah.
One time drunk, on my 21st birthday, I went to all my buddies and I go, get everybody to sing happy birthday for me. And I like pretended that I was surprised when they sang it. And I was like, you guys are the best. And then I threw up all over myself. But I don't like feeling like you have to be like, hey, you're here. Like, because what if people don't come, number one? Number two, then you got to be this like kind of, I'm too mother henish to be like, if I text 10 friends and go like, yo, we're going to go to wherever, get some drinks. If you can make it sweet. If not, no big deal. That's one thing.
Yeah.
But when it's like, come to my birthday party, why? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
All right, now I'm gonna say some things here.
Go.
It seems as if Mikey is dealing with some internal. This is a running theme in every one of these episodes. Some internal things
making fun of me.
That's making him feel as if maybe he's not deserved of a birthday party. Like, why would these people come to see me? Or is there a little bit of that, or no? Am I off here?
Look, maybe that's okay. Maybe there's like 30% that, okay? But want to know the other part? I feel like it's up to me to entertain these people.
Okay.
I can't sit there and go like, now you've taken it out of your schedule, right. And we live very busy lives, dude.
Yeah,
and everybody's busy, but people make it a point to come hang out with me on my birthday, and then I got to go like, so you're here, like I have to talk to you the whole time, and then someone else comes and they want to talk to you, and you got to go, hang on a minute, and then you feel like you're letting people down the whole time. It's like a wedding all over again.
I hear you.
I don't like that. So I'm tired.
Well, here's my thing. So the first thing to that is, it's your birthday. You do whatever the hell you want. So
acai bowl.
If the acai bowl and raking the leaves with Lisa is your day, that is your day. So as long as you're doing what you want to do, totally, I'm all for it. I'm all with it.
Yeah.
For me personally, I noticed that my approach to birthday parties for myself changed coincidentally after maybe like 25, but 30, let's say 30 to keep it on the same thing.
I'm saying 30 because kids age older now. I mean, let's be honest, okay? A 30-year-old now is not what it was
right
when I was 30.
Yeah. So my approach post 30 to birthday parties, or my approach pre 30 was, it's my birthday, come celebrate me, right?
Mm-hmm.
My approach post 30 has always been, and still is, it's my birthday. I'd like to spend it with the people that I enjoy spending time with. And when they're here, I get a kick out of playing host to them and making sure that they're comfortable and having a good time. So when they're there, I'm not making a grand entrance going, it's my birthday, everyone celebrate me. When they're there, I'm like, oh, Mike, how's it going? How's Lisa? Oh, she's here. Oh, great. Blah, blah, blah. Here, get some food. Here, let me introduce you to so-and-so. Are you having a good time? Great. I get a kick out of sitting back and watching my friends enjoy themselves.
Gotcha.
Have a good time. I'm making sure that the food is good. The atmosphere is good. The vibes are good. Is the music something that we all like to listen? The whole thing is about, are my friends, the people that I care about, having fun and having a good time and enjoying it. And then that makes me feel like my birthday is great.
I appreciate that, and I get that, and you're right. And I think that yesterday was the perfect thing because it was just like my wife and I never get a chance to just like chill together for a whole day and like, you know, night and whatever. And that was huge. But yes, a couple people, my tight, close friends together. Yes. And I'll do all the cooking and I don't want anything.
Yeah.
Don't bring me things. Okay. I don't want any of that, but let's all sit and eat a pizza. Let's all sit and have a couple drinks. Let's all laugh. Let's all reminisce. Let's all do blah, blah, blah. Right. Of course. That you are 100% right. Okay. But I'm also now kind of like, you know what I want for my birthday? To be left alone. Just leave me alone. Like this is International Don't Call Mike Day.
Valid.
That's it.
That's
we'll
also
pick it up
valid.
Tomorrow. We'll pick it up tomorrow. Because the people I am with, I want to be nice to them. I want to be present. I want to be like, you know what I mean? Like just me, Lisa, and the dog yesterday. Oh, I couldn't have asked for anything more.
Yeah.
If one more person showed up, it would have ruined it. I would have been like, come back tomorrow.
Your grandma shows up. She's like, Mikey, I know we talked on the phone, but I just wanted to see your face.
No, doors are closed.
You shut the door on her like Kay from Godfather.
I'm sorry, Kay. We'll let him know you called. No, I can't. I don't want anything to do. And I also just think it's that thing of like, and like you said, maybe it is something like I don't deserve it or whatever, but like, I just don't like the idea of people being inconvenienced by, look, birthdays are a strange thing to celebrate anyway, because I had nothing to do with it. Okay. We're celebrating go see my mom. Like, go celebrate my mom. Like, she's the one that accomplished shit on this day. She had a baby. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. Like, there's nothing to there should be a day where it's like, you're still here. Like, that should be the day we celebrate, is like, how'd you not die yet? This is insane where it's just like, oh my God, this is the day your mom shit you out. let's blow out candles and cake and whatever. I did nothing. I had nothing to do with this. I don't even want to be here.
I think that there's an extreme version of that where I would agree with you, because on the opposite end of that, there's it's my birthday month and it's all about me. Like, those people can
Jesus
go
Christ,
fly a kite.
Birthday month people need to.
They can go take a long walk off a short cliff, right?
Yeah.
But I do think that it's not making it less about me and more about, I do believe that celebrating life and celebrating just the fact that, you know what, not everybody makes it. Especially the older we get, we start seeing people our own age kind of.
Yeah,
it's just weird, and you're just like, you know what? Let me celebrate life. Let me be grateful. Being grateful. I think that's what it is.
I'm so grateful.
Yeah, it's as long as you're celebrating life, the fact that you're here, you're grateful, and the people that you love, and all that kind of stuff. I think that's what it's really all about. Birthdays and Christmas are similar in that when we're kids, it's like it's all about me. And then you get older, hopefully if you mature, you're just like, it's all about just being grateful for the simple shit and the things that matter the most.
Yes. And to get serious for a minute, I did let my wife know. I was like, just having you here for the day and us being able to hang is like the best birthday. Like, I don't need anything else. I don't want anything else. Just thank you for this. And we really like put life aside and just hung out and just had a great time. And that really is like, you're right. The gratuity or whatever, that's what's important to me. And it's just when people get like wearing a sash and a hat and a fucking, all right, enough. And we see that. Maybe it's just because we're jaded from dealing with like, my God, I was in by the way, shout out Comedy Connection Providence. Thank you. Great weekend. All you guys that came out were awesome. But there was a woman. This is what pisses Charles. I have specifics.
Of course.
There was a woman it was her 55th birthday. And she was annihilated. And you could tell she dragged, her best friend was sitting next to her. And, hey, it's her birthday. Roast her. Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah.
And then everybody behind her is like, when is this fucking birthday going to end? I want to go home. you know?
Yeah.
And she's going, it's my birthday. And it's like, what? Yeah, you still need to be important. Like, come on.
They don't realize, or they're not thinking about the fact that we're not all here for your birthday party. You're here at a show that everyone else has come to, but we're not at your birthday party.
Yeah.
So people like that, I think, are very,
sick.
Yeah, yeah. But outside of that, I don't, people. I think people should celebrate their birthday. I'm going to go the opposite on your take here.
All right.
I think.
When's your birthday? So I know.
July 15th.
Okay. So
and I didn't do anything for this past birthday, and I regretted it. I was in a little bit of a slump, and I was just kind of like, whatever. And I regret it. I mean, I made up for it like maybe a week or so later. I was like, fuck this, I'm going out and having a good time. But I made a promise to myself on my last birthday that I wouldn't take that for granted again. I wouldn't, just kind of let myself just kind of slump away in the wilderness. I'm going to make sure that I acknowledge it and have a good time and celebrate life and spend time with people, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's good. So circle back. It's good that you had Lisa there and you spent time with somebody that you love dearly. Now, when you were a kid, were you a birthday kid? Were you the kid that couldn't wait for birthday to come up, or were you a birthday party? Spell it out.
Yes, and I will tell you why.
Yeah.
One place, two names, Roller Haven.
Oh.
I grew up in the vicinity of Roller Haven, okay? It was an indoor roller rink. It was the shit. It was where every birthday was, okay? If you didn't have your party at Roller Haven, people were bummed. People were like, what's wrong with you? We have a roller rink next to Stop and Shop. Why are we not there right now?
Mm-hmm.
And they would crank the today's greatest hits. Okay. You're rollerblading to Def Leppard and Paula Abdul and you name it.
Mm-hmm.
And they had hot dogs and hoodsie cups. Hoodsies were the split vanilla and chocolate that you ate with like the little wooden stick. And the hot dogs sucked, but it had, dude, there were mats against the wall so you can like skate hard and push your friends into them. And
we didn't even have those.
We had those, and also we had poles in the middle, like support beams that like I've probably got a little bit of brain damage from hitting my head on that pole,
smacking that thing.
Times. But it had what do you call it? Arcade, sick games, dude. Centipede, Deer Hunter, like all these fun. Like early old games, like the Centipede that you would sit at the table and roll the ball.
Yeah.
You get your hand meat stuck in the thing. So much fun. Roller Haven made birthdays exciting. Now, summertime pool party birthdays were bananas. I mean, like that was the only time I was okay with not having Roller Haven as a birthday, is if we had a party at someone's pool, because that was badass. Every now and then a friend would throw a real clunker of a birthday party where it was just like, what's the thing? Just cake and your grass? Like, that's it. But otherwise,
So your friend back then threw the type of birthday party that you would appreciate now as a 45-year-old man.
You did it. You did it, dude. You did it. I want a shitty 12-year-old's birthday party at 45. That's it. You're not getting me on roller skates. You nailed it. You nailed it.
Yeah, I just did a video about that. The roller rink, because I know they exist somewhere, but they're definitely not as big as they were when we were coming up.
Let's bring them back. Dude.
Oh my God, a roller skating party! Like you had to be at a roller skating party. I mean, it was like I did a thing on the roller skates. First of all, you had the people. There was two types of people: the people who rented the funky roller skates, and the ones who brought their own. Where you're like, all right, dude, what the hell's going on here?
You brought your own roller skates, dude?
What is happening?
He goes, no thanks. Got my own.
Unzipped
a bowling bag with
oh
roller
my
skates
God. Oh my God. Then you had the because at some point in the night was the couple skate.
How old were you?
Oh, this was from kids to teens. We lived at the roller skating rink.
Oh, constantly. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe I wasn't paying attention to couples couples skating.
At some point in the maybe if it was during the day, maybe they didn't have. But if you went like in the evening time, at some point in the night, there was couples skating. And the DJ would get on the mic and go, "All right, all the couples on the floor." So all you lonely single fucks would have to roll your ass off to the side because nobody loves you.
You do one quick look and you're like, is there anyone I could skate dance with right now?
That's what you would have to do. You would either do it, either look, but if you saw somebody, you have to make your move. You would have to make your move.
And you got to trust your roller skating ability.
Oh, my God.
Try picking up a chick on 8 wheels
and
2 nubs.
It's bad enough. Bad enough trying to be Joe Cool on solid ground, on 2 feet. Now you're rolling around trying to be Mac Daddy. It was a time, man. What a time to be alive.
Yes. Now let's get into this, okay? Let's stay in this lane because I think this is fun. We're getting nostalgic about where we had birthday parties. Were you a bowling alley fan? I hated bowling alley birthday parties.
Bro, I grew up in Ohio. Did I have birthday parties at a bowling alley? We were in bowling leagues.
Were you in a bowling league?
In a church league.
Get out of here. What was the name of your team?
I forget the name, but we were like a church youth bowling league. Yeah, we were like.
Talk to me about this.
I mean, we would go like, I think during whatever the season was, but we'd go like every Saturday afternoon. And yeah, we would bowl. I had my own bowling ball.
You did?
Oh, it was beautiful. It
Hamilton.
was fucking beautiful. I think it said CM on it, and it was like marble.
You had an engraved ball?
I think it's still in my. When I go home, I'll find it. Still in my parents' garage.
Dude.
Had the bag, the bowling ball. It was like a red marble, like a wine color marble.
I see it.
Ball.
I see a scarlet, almost a scarlet with like a black and inlight, like all that kind of like a brindle puppy.
Ah, what a beauty!
Did you have your own shoes?
I don't think so. I don't think I had my own shoes. No, I didn't have my own shoes. I would always get the shoes where they would spray the thing and
what was that spray?
What was that spray?
Literally nothing, dude. It was hairspray.
They would literally spray hairspray inside of your shoe, and you'd be like, I guess it's fine.
Because they kind of smelled like Aquanet a little bit.
Yeah. I guess it's fine. But yeah, we would go bowling the whole nine. Still do. When I go home, when I go home, like me and my cousins will go and yeah.
You know, it's interesting that you're saying this about Ohio. Did I not know this about Ohio? That Ohio's like bowling capital of like whatever?
I think Midwest. I think it's less Ohio. It's just like a Midwest.
Bad weather places, basically.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Did you have duck pin bowling? Do you know what that is?
I'm not sure.
Ooh, buddy, this was my favorite.
Okay.
Duck pins were little balls. They were like a third the size of a regular bowling ball, but it was regular lanes, and you could fucking hammer these things down, dude. They were like, duck pin bowling was like little tiny balls, and they were like the size of like a grapefruit or like a baby pumpkin or something, and you could palm it as a kid. And you like whip it. But if you put a little bit of a little spin on it, you could have it doing all types of fun stuff. And like,
nice.
Man. And they had bumper ability. You could put the bumpers in, but
yeah, we had bumper bowling. But if you were doing bumper bowling, it was like sitting at the kids' table at Thanksgiving. It was like, yeah.
You're not getting a note with perfume on it if you're bumper bowling.
No, not at all. No.
Did you have any cute girls in your bowling league that you would try to like mac it with, or were you there just for we're gonna win this for God?
I was there for the sport, man. I was there for God. You understand? It wasn't about no girl. No, I don't. No,
I don't know, dude.
No,
Ohio Christian Bowling League sounds kind of like intimidating. That's a Netflix documentary. I want.
So much scandalous shit goes on in the Ohio Christian.
There's priests in the back just betting on their church.
Youth bowling league. Oh my God.
You switch congregations to win the trophy.
Hilarious. Yeah, no, we had a bowling league. We had I wasn't in this, but my parents were and their friends were. They were in the volleyball league.
What?
Indoor volleyball. So there was a volleyball league, bowling league, softball. It was a whole thing.
What church, dude? You Your upbringing with God is so different than mine. You played fun sports, dude? I was told, like, hey, if you think anything impure and die before you tell an old man, you're burning for the rest of eternity.
I mean, they would sprinkle that in there too, but in the middle, in the middle of like,
you're like, I gotta pick up this 7-10 split, and they're like, yeah, like, you better.
Like, all right, but don't jerk off because you'll go to hell. Now go strike. Yeah.
You never smoked a cigarette, did you? All right, go shoot.
Right, exactly.
Wow, dude. I had no idea. It's so funny the way that, like, so we had like our church picnic. We had like a 1 day a year of fun where like you threw water balloons and had an egg like balanced on your hat. And if you broke it, everyone was like, God hates you, you know? But no, we never, that's so neat that you had that type of like a fun hang. Like church was not like that at all for me.
How do I think about it? I feel like they were saying, all right, you know, at least for the adults or even for the kids, they were saying like, all right, we know that the let's quote unquote worldly things, there's a lot of fun shit to do out there. So if we're gonna try and get you to not do those things, the least we could do is take you bowling every now and then. The least we could do is occupy your time with some community activities or something like that.
Wow, you had your own bowling ball. Did you have gloves and stuff? Did you wear did you get into like the apparatus?
No, but I remember though. I remember it was a big deal because before then, you would. I was doing the regular going and picking out balls from the rack and all that kind of stuff, sizing up your hands,
like commoners, like Gen Pop.
Oh my God, what was in those things?
Sticking your fingers in those holes.
Sticking your fingers in the holes, like savages, knuckle dragging savages. We were.
Yes. Oh my God, that's probably how COVID started.
Yeah. Forget a bat; it was a ball, a bowling ball.
The hole, a ball with a hole in it.
Yeah, I remember those going. Not vividly, but I somewhat remember going to the place, picking out a bowling ball, and my parents taking me and seeing the guy like drill the holes. And I had to get it drilled a couple times as I got older. They had to re-drill the ball. So
this is fascinating, dude.
So I would take my ball to get re-drilled at least a couple times.
What a sign of passage and growth.
Right. Yeah. Forget the lines on the wall. I had a bowling ball that the holes would just get bigger and bigger.
They'd go, my son, it's now time to get the ball drilled. The family would come. Your sister would get dressed up like it was a whole thing.
Grandma's
Congratulations on your drilling. You'd get a card from your aunt.
Oh man, yeah,
Charles is going to get his ball drilled today.
Going to get my balls drilled.
That's incredible, dude. That is so wild. So yeah, you were a pro bowler. Did you love Kingpin and Did you love Kingpin as a kid? The movie?
Yeah. I mean, but I wasn't like
such a great movie.
I didn't love bowling the way I loved like basketball or something like that. It wasn't like I was like when I grow up, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't have my favorite bowlers posters hanging on my wall. It was just like a fun thing that we did.
Sure, for the Lord.
But for the Lord, exactly.
Yeah.
But so yeah, no, I mean Kingpin was great, but I wasn't like identifying with it or anything like that.
Gotcha.
But every so often though, and I remember, back then, back when cable was cable, like like cable.
Remember cable?
Mm-hmm. Every so often the like World Series bowling would be on like ESPN or something like that.
Yeah.
And I would watch it just because when you like sit there and actually watch like these guys, these are like real, like they would get made. I wish it was kind of like the Kingpin, the funny of Kingpin, because it's just like, who do these guys think they are? But these guys are like launching these, fucking bowling balls down this damn ramp and like striking out every single time. It was like, oh shit.
But they're like the most fat tub of shit. Fucking dude, they're not like athletic at all, man. It's so funny watching these dudes. It's like I've seen some of this stuff lately where it's like cornhole is on ESPN.
Yeah.
And it's like just these funny. I love sports where you don't have to be in shape. Some baseball players are fat pieces.
Yeah.
Some football players are too. But it is so funny when you see like a pro bowler and he's got like his pants pulled up to his tits like my great grandfather. And they're like, oh, Claude McCracken over here is gonna, like whatever. But it's just they're great. Their arms are probably like made of titanium.
Jack, yeah.
And they can't straighten it. Like they got like pro PBA, Pro Bowler. I know PBA somehow. Is that what it is? Pro Bowling Association?
I think so.
Or Police Benevolence Association? I don't know.
Right.
But I will tell you what, I had an adverse effect to ESPN having bowling on, because they would have all the pregame stuff up to 1:00 in the afternoon on ESPN was football. This Sunday NFL countdown, right? They would do all this, but then ESPN never had games. You had to go to CBS or NBC. Right. So they'd be like, all right, it's football Sunday, 12:59 and 1:00. And they'd be like, welcome to Lake Tahoe for the Tahoe Invitational. And it just shows a guy like shining his ball, and it
would be like, did they used to do that with like wrestling, right? Like they have the pre-wrestling show on regular cable on one of the channels, but then it would be a countdown to the pay-per-view
channel.
You had to go to the pay-per-view.
So it got me thinking about how funny it's like all these different places that like we had birthdays as a kid.
Yeah.
And it got me thinking about the movie theater. Did you used to have like birthday parties at the movies?
I never had, and I like where you're going with this. I never had birthday parties, but maybe once or twice. That's a lie. Once or twice, there would be like a movie that might have come out, maybe like a Ninja Turtles-esque.
Yes.
That would
like
come
an
out.
Event like let's go to get Pizza Hut and then go to the movies. And that was a birthday party.
Yeah, and then a few of my friends would go, and I remember a couple times that being like a birthday thing. But I got more on the movies though. But I want to ask real quick.
Yeah.
Were you a Chuck E. Cheese goer? Because we can't talk of birthdays without bringing up the King Rat. Yeah.
King Rat, dude. Yeah. How funny that it was a rat too. It's like, we have rats in our Chuck E. Cheese. Well, let's own it. It's not an infestation. It's a branding. It's a marketing campaign. It's not an infestation. Yes. So I was more a Pizza Hut guy than a Chuck E. Cheese guy, because our Chuck E. Cheese was far. And by far, it could have been 20 minutes away. I don't know. I was a kid. Yeah. But I felt like that was like, we didn't have one in our town.
Yeah, might as well have been going out of town or something. Yeah.
But what we did have in like a town or two over was this like, dude, it was like a Burger King on steroids. It was like if like it was a Burger King castle. And it's one of these things that like, did it exist anywhere other than my mind? But it was like, they had these things called the Majestic Minstrels that would like play music. And it was legitimately like if like medieval times and a Burger King had a baby like at like a DMV parking lot.
Majestic Minstrels.
The Majestic Minstrels were the name of the band, dude, that played, and they were like
they just happened to be in blackface. It's like, what
Majestic Minstrel? I know, seriously. I'm like, Ma, something's wrong, but weird about this. Yeah, no, it was like one of those things where like you put a quarter in and the machines would go like with their guitars and be happy birthday today. But they had like the rollerball games for tokens, and you would win like a switchblade comb and a cocaine mirror that you didn't understand why. But it was Burger King. That was my Chuck E. Cheese. But then when someone had a Chuck E. Cheese birthday, and I was like, holy shit, this place is phenomenal and it's pizza.
Yeah.
Right. But our Pizza Hut in town was pretty badass. And I will tell you, when I do think about that Pizza Hut, I get very soda never tasted as good as in those red frosted glasses, dude. You give me a fountain soda on ice with the fizz popping and bubbling over the top of that red frosted cup, buddy. Talk about Last Supper. I want a personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut from 1986 when you pulled it and you burned your hands, but the cheese kind of created that nice walking bridge. And then that fizzy, bubbly, poppy fountain soda.
I'll read every gosh darn book you want me to read. Pizza Hut.
Oh my God. Book it, dude. Book it.
What do you want? What do you want? It was a tale of two cities. I don't care.
I don't care, dude. I'll read the fucking Bible.
I'll do it.
Give me a pizza.
Yeah, man.
Yes, that was my place. Pizza Hut was my joint, dude. And but it wasn't fun. So, but luckily the Pizza Hut was near Roller Haven. So
Pizza Hut was great. Pizza Hut was great.
The reason why I asked you about the movies though, is that I was thinking about birthday gifts that I used to get, and gift certificates to the movies was a huge gift. But now, who the hell goes to the movies?
Well, yeah, I who the hell goes to the movies, especially after, after like pandemic, that did a big thing, but even before 2020.
Oh.
Like I think like streaming and YouTube and everything. By the way, everybody go to YouTube and watch us on YouTube. But YouTube,
yeah.
Social media, Instagram, follow us at Finoia at Charles McBee. But it's made like going to the movies is not really a thing anymore. And I started thinking about the actual side effects of that, because we don't really have blockbuster movie stars anymore. Like we do kind of, like The Rock is like kind of the last wave of whatever that is.
Sure. Leonardo, Ben Affleck.
But they're like, they're like they're left over, not left over, but they're from the before time.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, there's no today time of like movie star. Maybe a Ryan Gosling kind of, but even he's been a star since he was a kid. But like when we were, the Arnold Schwarzenegger, when he was Arnold Schwarzeneggering, like,
yeah, absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, even like a kindergarten cop. Even.
You're like, my god!
Whoa. I would say with Adam Sandler, would you consider him like, because he's like a crossover guy where it's like, Waterboy, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Tommy Boy Farley, like those dudes were kind of like, and now
Big Daddy,
Adam
all
Sandler,
of it.
Now Adam Sandler's like every third day he's got a new Netflix movie, so it's like a thing of like we saw him as one thing, now he's I don't even know, does Sandler movies go straight to Netflix now?
Well, he has like I don't know that they go straight to Netflix as much as he just has an overall deal with Netflix.
Something about that big screen.
Netflix,
right though?
Yeah, no, it was an event, because look, it's the thing is, when a movie would come out, there was a time where if a movie went straight to TV, it was because it was dog shit. Yeah. And your career was over. If you were in a movie, if you were an actor that was in a movie that went straight to video, your career was done. Going to the movie theater back then was the thing to do, because there was no other option, and unless TV in and of itself was a limited thing, and TV, you were only getting a certain size TV. It wasn't these 80-inch flat screen.
Oh my god, you're right, dude. And commercials and
plasma and the commercials, the whole nine.
And it was on in weird times, right? Like you weren't getting, like, there was a thing about waking up on Friday morning and going like, Wayne's World comes out tonight, and you like went to school and you were like, dude, who's going to Wayne's World? What time are you going? Like this and that. And then like the movie theater was like, you hung out outside and there was like an electricity, like a buzz. And you're like, yo, shit, dude, I'm getting into like the 7:45 show. And then if I could sneak into the 9:30, I'll see it again.
You wouldn't dare show up Monday and not had seen Wayne's World. Otherwise, you're screwed. You're out of every conversation that day.
You're a dork for the month.
Dork. You can't even participate in any conversation. People are throwing references around. You don't know what the fuck they're talking about. You're trying to pretend. You're going off of you're recycling other people's references from other conversations that you overheard.
Yeah, dude. What a painful lie when you're going like, what am I gonna do with a gun rack? But you're not saying it like, what am I gonna do with a gun rack?
Right.
I don't own a gun. And you're like, Oh, that must be from the movie.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Char, that's unlocking so many memories. I mean, you have to do that.
Yeah.
That's a thing. That's a thing nowadays where if like someone talks to you in like movie quotes and then goes, "You know the movie? You know what I'm talking about?" And you got to go, "Yeah, haha, yeah."
Yeah. Yep.
And you have
Exactly.
no idea.
No idea. No clue.
But yeah, you're right, dude. Now let me ask you, at what age was the movies like? Did you have a movie theater that was like the hang? Like on Friday nights, Saturday nights, we're going down to the movie theater. Maybe not even to see a movie, just to like play video games or eat popcorn or like chat.
There were two. So well, three really. So we had the regular movies was at the mall.
Okay,
So that was the hang was the mall.
that's great.
And then the movie theater would be at the mall. So it was like an all encompassing thing, right?
Mm.
But we also had back then, and this is like, I mean, talk about never again. We had a $1 movie theater.
I'm sorry. What? $1?
$1. So there was the blockbuster movies, right? Like the Independence Days and all that shit would be at the main theater, right?
Yeah.
Which even that was back then like $7
At the most.
right?
Yeah, seriously.
But then there was a theater where right before the movies would go make its way to Blockbuster, it would stop at the $1 movie theater, like somewhere in between the main theater and Blockbuster. So you could go to the dollar, we call it the dollar show. We're going to go to the dollar show. And we would see like Lord of the Rings.
No kidding.
For $1. If you just waited, if you could wait, a couple months or whatever the fuck. And I remember, Mike.
I'm ready. Lay it on me.
I remember when the $1 movie theater upped their price to $2.
Pieces of shit. Come on.
You would have thought.
This is making me angry.
You would have thought remember George Bailey in The Wonderful Life when he was the building and loans was going to bust and everybody was like trying to get
I need my money back.
I need my money.
Oh, well, have your money. It's in Bill's house.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, we almost burned the theater down to the ground. $2? Who the fuck do you think you
better
are?
Be playing 2 movies.
Right. Oh my God.
Wow, dude. It went up 100% increase.
It went up.
They didn't even go like 140.
No, $2. And we were like, who the fuck do you think you are? Can you imagine?
God. Is it double loud? Is
Can
it
you
double
imagine?
long? No. Holy shit.
And then we had the drive-in, of course, and there's a whole thing we can go in with the drive-in. But yeah.
We got it. Well, I'd love to hear about it because guess who didn't grow up with a drive-in?
Really? Holy cow. Oh,
the old drive-in became old folks' condos in my town.
Okay.
So we never had a drive-in, but by that point we were just going to like I don't even know, party, like, people's like it seemed to be like someone's parents always went away.
Yeah.
Not mine, but other people's parents went away and you would just go to their house and whatever.
Oh yeah, we was getting it in at the drive-in. It was a
God,
mess.
I can only imagine. I wish I grew up at a drive-in, dude. That must have been so cool. We didn't have one anywhere near us. What we did have though was we had our like 1 through 9 theater place that had 9 theaters, and then we had Cine 1, 2, 3, 4, which was like an old rundown crumb bum theater that like you didn't wear sneakers that you liked because they were sticking to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Not because of anything X-rated, but just because like it was just old
juju bean,
yeah, like crumpled popcorn in the seats, and like the seats had springs coming out of them. And I saw Terminator 2 at Cine 1, 2, 3, 4 during the day. I'll never forget. And I walked out of that theater in daylight and was just like, God, it felt awful. Like that was like a thing where it's like you got to go at night. You gotta like. There was something about going to a movie during the day, and coming out during the day that made me feel like a junkie for some reason. Where it was just like, I feel like I'm like, what am I doing in here? Like, go live your life. Like, I don't know. It's so weird.
I used to like going to the movie. I mean, I could go during the day, but this was more when I knew that I wanted to be in entertainment or wanted to be like a filmmaker and stuff.
Well, oh, okay.
I would go the whole day and sneak in. I was a serial sneak into moviegoer.
Buy one ticket, go to 3 movies.
Go to like 3 or 4. I'd stay the whole day. Day.
But you were doing research because it was a passion.
Right.
I was going just to kind of like either like, feel boobs or,
yeah, of course.
I'm stoned or whatever. But I will tell you, movies save the road, being on the road. That makes me want to go to the movies. If you're in a town doing stand up at night and you got nothing to do during the day, and normally you're near a mall, there's a movie theater and you go see some shit movie and you get some popcorn, and it's better than sitting in the hotel room by yourself. So movies have kind of been like a buddy on the road for sure. Now, what I find interesting is that what I miss about the movie theater is the quizzes and games and puzzles.
You like those?
Before the movie started, where it would go like, what actress is this? And it would say like Ranat Zaid, and it's like, oh, Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, cool. And like I'm yelling it out. Like those were fun. I love those.
You had to get there early, like early.
I would go early just for the quizzes. I'm a big puzzle guy. So like I could see myself being old and getting like pretty soon for my birthday, all I'm going to want is like a book of word jumbles and shit, but that was a fun part for me. And also I loved really putting the popcorn kid through the ringer, where it was like, fill the bag halfway, give me 2 pumps of butter, 3-second shake of salt, then another layer on top, a couple pumps of butter, a couple shakes of salt, enough room to close the bag so I could give it a nice shake and a shimmy on my own. Okay. And then I'll be on my way. But if it wasn't how I wanted it, start over, my friend.
So many things you just unlocked just now. I'll start with this one. The kid. So I never worked at the movie theater, but that was a coming of age job.
Absolutely,
the movie theater popcorn thing job.
Popcorn boy.
Yeah, I remember that. And yes, I remember butter dispenser on your own when we were the ones. So I remember giving those same instructions like, hey, can you I was a little more nice about it. I was like, hey, I know this is probably a lot, but would you mind only filling it halfway and then blah 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 blah. But when they gave us the power to put our own butter, like put the butter dispensers outside of I don't even know to this day. I don't even know if that's a power they should have unleashed on the public. We're not capable of handling that sort of responsibility.
And I bet there's a certain pharmaceutical company that like has capitalized 40 years later on a butter pump at the local movie. I swear, there's got to be like when that was invented and when cholesterol medicine started to. There's a chart. There's a chart somewhere, dude.
There's a
file.
Oh my God, dude. We would. I don't know how we survived.
Butter on my tits, dude. I was buttering soda.
Survived.
It was insane.
Insane. Not to mention, it's not. We're calling it butter.
It's hot oil.
It's anything but butter. Anything but.
It was dead cats in there and shit, dude.
Oh my God, yeah. We would fill that thing up like crazy and just like and oh my God, yeah.
Now let me ask you this.
But good times.
This was a thing that like I never took part in until as an adult I saw someone do it. But halfway through their popcorn depositing or whatever, they'd go, stop, open up a box of Junior Mints and pour them in there and then pour more popcorn on top. Were you ever into this wild shit?
So I was never that much of a masochist to have someone else do it for me. But I remember a girl putting me on. She would put M&Ms in her popcorn. And it's not at the movie theaters though. This was like an at-home thing.
You're like, who is this exotic siren?
Who is this love goddess that is me? And mind you, like, did I give a shit? Not really, but she was doing it. I was like, yeah, this is great. I do this all the time.
When a girl shows you something new, you're like, oh, I gotta marry this girl.
I gotta marry this girl.
But you're 12.
I gotta marry her.
Yeah. Yeah,
so no, there was this girl that she kind of put me on to like mixing like she would put the peanut M&Ms with the popcorn, but I was never a huge mixing salty with sweet guy. I can do it, sure, but it's not like my thing. If it's salt, I want salt. If it's sweet, I want sweet. I like kind of like segregating my salts and sweets. But
Oh,
but
even now, like say you were to go to like a nice chocolate store and they had a dark chocolate caramel sea salt cornucopia, you're not
not
going for it.
not a big no.
That's where I push back though, but I'm okay with that. I mean, to each their own. More for me is what I say.
There you
But
go.
yeah, no, but I'm not one of these mixing things guys. I don't
Yeah.
like that
If I
was
want
weird to me when I
popcorn, I
saw
want
that.
popcorn. Like, give me the popcorn. Because the thing is, I'm not eating popcorn every single day, especially not movie theater or whatever popcorn. So I want my popcorn.
Yes,
I
and
don't need,
yeah,
you
have a
know,
box of Raisinets on the side and eat, take a couple,
there you go.
beep boop bop like this. With God gave us two hands for a reason, friends.
I was also, to get back to the movie puzzles and stuff, I, by the way, hated that part. I would go, but what I did enjoy is I had to see all the trailers
No,
back
I
then.
hated the trailers. Actually, no. When I started dating my regular steady girlfriend, and even into my adult years, we would watch them and go, "We'll go see that." No, we're not going to see that. And then we'd have one where we argue about it, and whatever. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought I love the puzzles so much. I thought we could fit 13 more puzzles in while these stupid trailers are going on. I was more upset of the lack of puzzles. Love the
Hilarious.
puzzles. Dude, Charles, I was so good at those puzzles. It would just be like, and I'm like, Tom Hanks. And people are like, shut up. Like 3 rows down are going like, be quiet.
But why would they be telling you to be quiet during the puzzle? What
'Cause I was
dorks were
screaming
they?
them out. I was screaming
Oh,
them
you were
out
just like screaming them.
like I was on Pyramid or something. I
I'm
was
like,
like,
what are they like enthralled in? Like you're ruining the
they were
puzzle.
jealous of my brain, dude. They were
That's
jealous
true.
of my brain. And I would just throw a chocolate covered piece of popcorn at their face.
Yeah, man.
I did not also people treated the movies like they were going to be executed when they left, the way that they ate. Some people would go and they'd be like, I need nachos, I need sausage and pepper. It's like, what the hell is wrong with you? Get your popcorn and your soda and your
Bro.
Twizzlers or whatever the fuck and sit down.
Bro.
Why are you
Not
eating like it's all over when this ends? 90 minutes, you're just going to be a farting idiot.
nachos. My friend. We're sneaking church's chicken
You're sneaking chicken
into the movie theater, my friend. Nachos, we got.
All right. Talk to me.
We got
Church's
left.
chicken. You bring a fucking apple pie and shit.
We got 2 pieces. We got what you want.
You snuck a lot of shit in, huh?
We would just sneak shit in.
Imagine
all
being the
time.
kid cleaning up afterwards. They're like, who brought baby back ribs here?
Yo, we was getting it in, my friend.
Dude, that's so. I mean, we
Getting
would
it
bring
in.
certain. I snuck like booze in and shit,
Yeah.
but not food.
And
But
then
maybe I should have.
I mean, that was all a good time.
All my food had like marinara sauce and cheese on it. I wasn't gonna like sneak like a chicken parm in there.
There you go. That's
You
true.
know? I think maybe a couple times we snuck Taco Bell in. Now that I think
There you
about
go.
it.
Let's see. There you go.
Well, Taco Bell pot, like you could jam 7 fucking soft tacos in your pocket and nothing's gonna happen.
Exactly.
Worst thing you do is you get a pocket full of meat.
Exactly. Oh man. Yeah. What you mentioned Terminator 2. Was there a movie that you saw at the movie theaters that was just like that you can just remember being that now you can think back on it and being like, I was there, man. I saw that shit in the theater and it was a fucking moment. Was it Terminator?
Well, there's one that we talked about, the Truman Show. Truman Show blew my brain apart.
That's right.
I mean, Tommy Boy. I think like I'm a gigantic Chris Farley fan. I love Chris Farley. If there's one person, family or not, that I wish was still alive, bring back Farley. But seeing Tommy Boy in the theater was a massive thing for me with comedy because I was just like, I felt old enough to get it. Like I grew up on watching like my uncles, whatever, Vacation, National Lampoons, this, Three Amigos. I was like, I saw it at home, But I felt like that was the beginning of a time where it was like, no, these are my movies. This is my time.
Yeah.
You know,
These movies are for you.
And I'm looking at like the other kids in the theater, and I'm like, it's all my age kids and older. And it was just like, holy shit, dude, Chris Farley's just the greatest. And I went back, I think I saw it 3 times.
Man, that's great.
I love that. How about you?
Mine goes in different I guess age ranges and whatnot, depending. I remember when I was a smaller kid, my mom would take me to the movies a lot. So I remember certain things seeing specifically with her.
Yeah.
You know, like the Ghostbusters and Ninja Turtles and all that. I remember she took me to see Above the Rim, which I don't know if you ever seen it. With Tupac. It was in it.
Yeah,
Marlon
of
Wayans.
course. I remember it.
And I
Not at the
remember
theater, I didn't see it, but
I remember begging her to take me to see it. I don't know how old I was. Maybe I had to be maybe no. Yeah, I had to be elementary school still. But I remember begging her to take me to see it, and I remember thinking she was going to be upset because remember we grew up in a very Christian household. This is rated R, Tupac's in it. I'm just like, oh, when she realizes, because I told her it was a basketball. I was like, it's a basketball movie, But I wanted to go see it so bad, so I was just like, I'll just take her yelling at me, after or whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember us watching it, and I remember her enjoying the movie, and I was just I can remember thinking like, wow, she's like liking this movie. I don't know, it was just like a weird moment that I was just like, huh, cool. And yeah, so like there was those times, but then a little older. I'm gonna say this, and you might make fun of me, and that's okay. I'm gonna let you know that is okay.
All right.
Titanic.
Oh my God, it's so funny that you fucking say that.
I remember,
dude, and you loved it?
I did.
Can I tell you? I went with my girlfriend.
Yes, of course.
I got very, very high. Smoked a joint of like high school pot. Fell asleep. I fell asleep.
I'm not mad at it. No, I'm not mad at it.
And I woke up like, this fucking movie's still going on.
I'm not mad at that at all. I as someone that can look at it for what it is. It was a 3-hour freaking movie with 2 hours of it was a love story about a boat that you knew was going to sink the entire time. I totally understand why you would get high and fall asleep. And your girlfriend probably was in love with Leonardo DiCaprio and wanted to see it. And she's crying. And you're like, why am I here? I 1000%. Me as just again somebody that wanted to be in movies and make movies, I was all in. I love the story. I love the freaking Celine Dion. I love the music. I love the spectacle
of it. Yes,
the whole thing.
To that point too, and like you said, there's a whole bunch of different ones here and the ways that you could go. The Perfect Storm.
Speaking I remember of Marky Mark.
Ships. Yes, yeah. George Clooney, John C. Reilly was in that. But I mean, that was a movie that like that changed shit. I don't know if you remember, but when you got that on like at home, like it was like surround, like the sound was different. That was like going to IMAX without the IMAX, and that movie was a mind blower in the theater as well because it was just like so all encompassing. As was Titanic. Now there were parts of that where it's like. The bigness of it, the getting on the ship and you almost feel like you're getting on the ship. And it's like the movies like that, Gangs in New York was very similar too, where it felt like bigger than you.
Yes.
You're like, I'm in a time period right now. Like that part when like, it all is taking place at Ellis Island and like, you find your place at the 5 Points and it's so well done. And so not where we are that it's like, holy shit, this is really something, And that movie Revenant was like that, which wasn't very long. I mean, to me, it doesn't look long, probably 10 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's true. You're right. And I give you that for Titanic. I've watched it again. I'm not going to deny that maybe, look, I do this thing with myself when I'm on flights and I go, I'm going to watch this movie because it's long and it's boring and I'm probably going to fall asleep. And then I'm crying in my seat, Charles. So I'm not going to say I never picked Titanic on a, flight to, Oregon or something like that. But yeah, Fantastic movie. And I can understand, as someone who was into making movies and stuff, yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah, man.
It'd be weird if you didn't like it.
10th grade, it came out. I saw that thing maybe 3-4 times. I would go back and just watch it like 3-4 times. It was insane.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
6th grade?
No, 10th grade. It came out.
10th
I
was
15 when it came out. 10th grade. I remember.
When'd you graduate?
2000.
So I graduated in 97. What year did it come out?
Let's see. It had to be 90. It had to be 96. 96, 97.
Yeah, because that would have been my senior year or the year after, and I was dating. Yeah, so that's when. Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, and that was the Truman Show came out not that right around that time as well, I guess, because I do remember that was the one I told you where I sat in the theater and everyone left, and I'm like,
you were
leave
like,
me here,
run this back.
Yep.
Yeah.
I sat and watched the quizzes I already knew. Well, July 15th, what we'll do is we will have a roller skating pizza party movie-a-thon for your 41st?
43rd. And let me tell you something. I don't know if you're going to be able to get me on roller skates at 43 years old. I'm scared to death. You better bring some knee pads, my friend.
What I meant, Charles, is we're going to hire roller skaters.
Yeah, okay. Elbow pads,
we'll
knee pads,
yeah,
a helmet,
totally.
the whole works.
Well, you're going to have to wear one of those like attack dog training suits. So if you fall, it doesn't hurt.
Like, is somebody about to set this guy on fire? Like, what is going on here? Why does
this guy just land from a skydiving mishap?
Oh, man.
Where did you listeners go on your childhood birthdays? What movies do you remember? Contact us, guys. Thank you. We are loving the messages that we're getting, and we're answering them over at patreon.com/areweold. So if you want to come hang with us over there, and if you're enjoying the podcast, please, it does so much for us. Rate, review, like, share, subscribe, follow us on the socials at areweold or at areweoldpod, whichever, you'll find it. Look for our beautiful faces and our hot pink avatar. And what do you want us to talk about next, guys? We are loving all this. It's so nice that you guys are loving the clips we're putting out and sharing your memories. That's what this is for. It's for us to do this together. So we love you and thank you so, so much. Let's go over our top 3 most exciting and dangerous toys that we remember as a child. Charles, these are toys that we love playing with as kids, but probably now as parents, would we get them for our children? Would we, they're probably outlawed or come with some type of disclaimer, or there's videos out there of somebody seriously damaging themselves playing with them. Do you remember these toys?
I do. And I will say that most of them I'd probably still get.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
But I definitely remember them.
You want to kick it off?
Let's see. Let's kick it off. I'll kick it off with this one. Skip It. Do we remember the Skip It?
Yeah. I was horrible at it.
It's not around anymore. This thing, you trying to kick it around, this plastic thing is digging into your shin, digging into to your leg. And the girls around in my neighborhood were sick with it. Like, they was like spinning this thing on their leg left and right. But I could not get this thing to go for the life of me. But some of these kids, I mean, they still got scars to this day, damn near amputating their foot like they got diabetes because of this daggone Skip It game.
I think all that Skip It did was prepare you to break out of a house arrest bracelet.
Right.
That was really it. It was a weird ball that was attached to a string and you had to keep trying to trip yourself or not.
Right.
It was for jump rope for kids that didn't have anybody to hold the other side.
Yeah, that's basically what it was.
Yeah, that's a good one. I forgot about that.
Skip It.
Skip it. I will skip it when it comes time to buy toys. My first one's gonna be Perfection. Do you remember the game Perfection?
I think so. I think so.
You pushed down the playing board, right? And you turned a clock and the clock ticked backwards. It was like 60 minutes / you're defusing a bomb as an 8-year-old, right?
Yeah.
and they had these super sharp Lucky Charm pieces type things, right? Where you'd have to place them in while this board shook.
Yes.
And they had little handles, and you'd put them in, and then when the clock ticked, dude, it shot back up and blasted all the pieces into your face.
Yeah.
Thank God I had astigmatism as a kid, or else I'd probably be wearing an eye patch thanks to a crescent moon in my cornea.
Where our anxiety began.
What the hell?
I mean,
really?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Anytime 60 Minutes starts, I go like this and make sure I don't get a friggin' star in the eye.
Perfection. Yeah, I remember that.
It was an imperfection, if you ask me.
Do you remember? I don't know. This is going back. Yard darts.
It's on my list. Lawn darts.
What
the hell was that?
The genius that thought this one up. Holy cow.
Lawn darts, dude. They were weapons.
Weapons of mass destruction.
You threw it up in the air, and hopefully it didn't impale your neighbor.
It was like a movie scene where you're in like the castle, and the army they shoot up arrows into the air, and you just see arrows flying down like 300. I mean, it was insane.
Dude, lawn darts and some people had like this like underhand theory where you literally just threw it until you couldn't see it anymore. And it would just, due to the laws of physics, turn into literally a bomb.
You would just hear a cat scream a couple houses over. And you're just like, found it.
You just have a cat kebab. I wonder if that's how they're eating the dogs and eating the cats, with lawn darts.
Oh my God. It's insane, bro.
Lawn darts.
Insane.
What a weird... Man. I want to look up how many casualties... How many bodies does lawn darts have in their chest?
I mean, this thing, and they went back quite a ways, right? Because they ended around our childhood, but they were back from like the 70s, probably 60s, something. I don't know.
Oh my God. Yeah, lawn darts was a dangerous ass toy.
Talk about you're going to put your eye out with that thing. You're going to put somebody's eye out.
Yeah, it'll impale you. So that was one of mine too. So I'm going to go to my number one.
All right.
Sit and spin. Now, this dangerous
Oh, my God.
What on earth was this? You just sat and you spun. That was the toy. It was a big red wheel with a littler wheel, and you sat in it. You locked your legs in, kind of, and you just turned the wheel, and you stared at the spiral that was on the front of it, and you looked down, and you just spun yourself into a psychedelic tizzy of... You were a disaster.
Crazy.
And then you got off of it and ran headfirst into a station wagon, probably.
Yep, pretty much.
Or into traffic. You were just this spun out weird kid just let loose on the town in a literal like tornado. Your brain was whacking against the side of your head.
I mean, the things we used to do, the fact that we would get on that thing, let it spin around. Now I'm 42 years old and I'm like, I got vertigo. I need to sit down. I can't.
Dude, if I get something out of the bottom shelf of the fridge, I got to sit on the kitchen floor.
Oh,
I was sitting and spinning.
Sitting and spinning. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
It makes me sick that I did that.
Oh my God, man.
You ever do a dizzy bat race like as an adult?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, no, not as an adult, but I remember.
Don't. I'll tell you, it's bad. That's like drinking Four Loko or some shit.
Yeah, we used to spit dizzy bat. We would spin around and then try and like hit some shit or run
into
around.
The fence. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sit and spin, man. I got a feeling that's why I like psychedelics so much.
Sit and spin. That reminds me of, now this may not be toys, but playground toys.
Okay.
Oh,
that thing. You don't even have to say it. Just your hand.
For the listeners. The spin, what is it? The spin devil? What is it?
That's what it should have been called, the spin devil. It was that like a topsy.
Yeah. You sit in this thing and somebody else, not even, at least with the sit and spin, it was your own volition. This is your life was left up to your friends.
It was like the width of a UFO.
Yeah.
And you had railings you held onto, and
For
somebody
dear
on
life.
the outside pulled and ran, and the thing would get faster and faster, and you were like watching your school go by in the distance, and you're like, hey, and your friend's face is turning into just like a like just go by. And Charles, remember how you stopped it? You
By
just
flying
jumped
off.
dude.
Yeah. By
You just
flying off.
literally ejection seat.
It's like, are we preparing for space? Like, what is happening?
Oh my God, dude. It was literally like jumping out of a moving car.
It was crazy.
Now,
Crazy. How many broken arms? How many?
Oh man. How many horrible, like, I wonder how many kids would have ended up becoming like rocket scientists, and then after that they just like became compulsive gamblers or something just weird. They hit their head on the on the seesaw, and that's it.
Oh.
Now I want to ask you, I want to bring it to another wacko level. We had a town fair, and we had a thing called the Gravitron. Do you remember the Gravitron?
I do. You'd strap
you in, stuck to the wall.
Stuck to the wall. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Why?
Oh, as someone else's vomit from the other side.
I know.
Talk about physics. Which direction is this vomit?
And you'd see the vomit just kind of. Which way do I go? Who do I pick?
Yeah.
Right in the face.
Oh.
Always one kid would spit.
Oh. Yeah. Talk about the kid, for all the kids who are too small to ride that ride. Count your lucky stars.
Oh, yes. They're the accountants now. Their brains didn't get rocked with somebody else's boogers.
I mean, festival rides in of itself, they were held together by duct tape and a prayer.
And yes, literally duct tape, a prayer, and the knowledge of a carny.
They would roll into town on the back of pickup trucks. Like, do you understand that when you go to Six Flags, at least you think like a construction crew of engineers and scientists came together and built this massive thing. These fuckers drove in on a Dodge Ram and put together a Ferris wheel.
They built a Six Flags in the vacant, dusty lot in your town, and then just up and left.
And we were like, yep, yes, please.
We'll be there. Can I have 2 tickets, please? Can I go again?
Yep.
Idiots.
A guy with no teeth and a criminal record from here to Afghanistan.
Yep. And why did he have no teeth? Because he rode the goddamn ride he put together.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever ride a massive slide on a burlap bag?
Oh, bro. You want to have a good time? Google or YouTube kids flying off giant slide. I think in Detroit, Michigan. Oh
dude, I will. Oh, I'm doing that right when we get off. That's my favorite.
We used to ride that thing down like crazy. Yeah.
They have one in Colorado near Estes Park, near Rocky Mountain National Park.
Yeah.
And I did it as an adult. No. Don't.
Let's just think about that just from a practical standpoint. No safety. Whatsoever. Just a kid in a sack.
You know what the safety was?
And God.
The slides went like the edges of the slides kind of had a little bit of a lip.
Yeah.
Just a little, just like a hot dog bun of a safety.
Tiny little lip. And it was up to you and gravity.
Dude, as an adult, it hurts your tailbone so bad. And I'm like, did I shit and piss my pants? Like, this is horrible. It kept like you bounce off the there's something about the fluid body of a young child that like you just surrender to the slide where I'm going like, this isn't supposed to work. And I'm just like, boom, bang, boom. It was horrible, dude. It was horrible. I hit my tailbone so hard on the way down, like my foot went numb. And I was like, I shouldn't be on this thing.
Damn.
My wife's just watching me laughing, going, this is going to cost me money.
Yep. Oh,
what rides and toys did you guys have that probably damaged you as an adult? Are We Old Podcast at gmail.com. Let us know which ones you want us to cover, everybody.